To the person who keeps starting and stopping projects, who feels motivated on Sunday but loses steam by Tuesday, who knows exactly what they want but can't seem to make consistent progress, this one's for you. The problem isn't your work ethic, but time inconsistency. Your brain's built-in bias toward immediate rewards over future benefits, like when you postpone that important task yet again. In this video, I'll show you how to use this psychological principle to your advantage with commitment devices that make progress almost automatic. About 20% of adults struggle with chronic procrastination, that paradox where you genuinely want success but keep sabotaging yourself with delays. Understanding the procrastination formula, discomfort plus delay, allows you to rewire these patterns. Let me show you how. Have you ever noticed how the most important tasks on your to-do list somehow always get pushed to tomorrow? It's actually your brain's survival mechanism at work. When we procrastinate, there's a fascinating battle happening inside our heads between present you and future you. They're like rival coaches fighting for control of the same team. Present you wants immediate gratification while future you desperately needs that project finished by next week. This mental tug-of-war is called time inconsistency. Your brain values immediate rewards more than future benefits, even when logically you know better. Think about it. When was the last time you chose immediate comfort over long-term gain? Maybe you skipped the gym to watch Netflix, or checked Instagram instead of starting that important presentation. Your brain is simply following its ancient programming. The discomfort we feel when facing important tasks triggers three main procrastination types. There's fear, like when you put off asking for a raise because rejection feels too painful, making your stomach knot just thinking about it. There's boredom, such as postponing your tax paperwork because sorting receipts feels mind-numbing and drains your energy. And there's uncertainty, like delaying that website redesign because you're not quite sure where to begin, so you feel stuck before you even start. Each type creates a specific avoidance response that feels uniquely uncomfortable. Here's where it gets interesting for ambitious people. If you have big goals and high standards, you actually experience more discomfort when facing important tasks. The stakes feel higher, the potential for disappointment greater. Your ambition becomes the very thing that makes procrastination more likely. Ironic, right? What's really happening in your brain when you procrastinate is remarkable. When you avoid an uncomfortable task by doing something easier, like checking social media instead of writing that report, your brain rewards you with a little hit of dopamine. It's like getting a tiny high for avoiding discomfort. This creates a reinforcement loop. Each time you procrastinate and get that small pleasure hit, you strengthen the neural pathway that says, procrastination feels good. Meanwhile, the discomfort of the original task doesn't go away. It just grows larger in the background. Starting a task now is like climbing a small hill of discomfort. It might feel unpleasant at first, but the hill is manageable, and the view from the top is worth it. But when you procrastinate, that small hill transforms into a mountain. The last-minute panic of an approaching deadline creates way more stress than if you just tackled it earlier. Scientists can actually see this happening in brain scans. When researchers presented people with choices between small immediate rewards versus larger delayed rewards, completely different neural pathways lit up. It's like your brain has two separate decision-making systems: the impulsive accelerator, focused on immediate rewards, and the thoughtful brake, capable of considering the future. And just like in a car with an inexperienced driver, the accelerator usually gets pressed harder in day-to-day decisions. This explains why you can be simultaneously ambitious and procrastinating. The part of your brain that sets big goals isn't the same part that handles day-to-day task execution. It's not a character flaw. It's neuroscience. When your ambitious brain and your procrastinating brain are locked in battle, you need more than just another motivation quote or productivity hack. What you actually need is a system that works with your neuroscience, not against it. The 4F framework isn't about forcing yourself to work harder. It's about removing the psychological barriers that trigger avoidance in the first place. Most productivity advice gets it completely backwards. Just push through it, or be more disciplined sound good in theory, but they actually make procrastination worse. They pile shame and guilt on top of the discomfort you're already feeling. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. What you need instead is a completely different approach, the 4F system for procrastination recovery. Step 1 is forgiveness. This is backed by science. Studies show that people who practice self-forgiveness for past procrastination actually procrastinate less on future tasks. When you beat yourself up, your brain gets stuck in a shame spiral. I'm such a failure for not starting this project earlier. That shame creates more discomfort around the task, making you avoid it even more. The solution isn't more self-criticism, it's letting go of that judgment so you can move forward without the emotional baggage. Step 2 is fear. Here you identify the specific fear behind your procrastination. Are you afraid of failing, being judged, or maybe success and increased expectations? Each fear needs a different approach. The key isn't eliminating fear completely, that's impossible. It's acknowledging the specific fear, naming it, and taking action despite its presence. Action calms fear, not the other way around. Step 3 is focus, where implementation intention planning comes in. Instead of saying, "I'll work on my presentation tomorrow," create specific if-then statements. If it's 9 a.m. tomorrow, then I'll work on the first 3 slides for 30 minutes. This approach reduces decision fatigue because you've already decided exactly when and how you'll act. Your brain just follows the pre-made decision without wasting energy deliberating. Step 4 is flow. Break tasks into small, manageable chunks. Writer Anthony Trollope wrote for just 15 minutes at a time, producing 250 words per session. Using this approach, he published 47 novels while holding down a full-time job. Even the most intimidating projects feel doable when broken down. Plus, you get that little hit of accomplishment every time you complete a chunk, keeping your motivation high. A technique that pairs perfectly with the 4F system is the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. This works like the first small domino that knocks down increasingly larger ones. That quick email response builds momentum that carries into bigger tasks. The 2-minute rule bypasses your brain's resistance mechanism because 2 minutes isn't long enough to trigger avoidance. The real key to overcoming procrastination isn't motivation or discipline, it's understanding which specific type of discomfort triggers your procrastination and applying the targeted solution for that trigger. Some people procrastinate from perfectionism, others from boredom, and others from uncertainty. The 4F system helps you identify your personal trigger and gives you the tools to defuse it before it activates. Picture this. Yesterday you stared at your to-do list, overwhelmed and paralyzed. Today, you're confidently tackling each task, one strategic move at a time. That's the real difference. Ambitious people who actually follow through aren't superhuman willpower machines. They just understand how to hack their brain's operating system. The research is striking. Those who use implementation intention, if-then planning, are 300% more likely to achieve their goals than those relying on willpower alone. Your mission for tomorrow? Pick one important task, identify which discomfort trigger makes you avoid it, and apply the specific technique for that trigger. Remember, you're not lazy. Your evolutionary programming is outdated software running on modern hardware. But now you have the upgrade code to override it, installing a new productivity system one small win at a time.